This is my audience. Alright, so do any of you guys know what the Balisong term means or where it is derived from?
No.
No.
Okay, well, first, it is a Balisong knife, or it's also known as the butterfly knife. I will give you a brief understanding of the parts and what they're called. I will go over how to open and close it safely, and I'll give you a brief understanding of it's a brief history, and then I'll show you how to use the correct amount of momentum to do a trick. So the French Balisong knife was from the 16th century. It was used as to keep someone safe, like a defense mechanism, but that didn't exactly work very well because people didn't really know how to use them when they created them. It was made from animal horns, and it's a Philippine term that means broken horn. That's what Balisong means. And so they got their name from using animal horns to make them. So now I'm gonna tell you what the parts are of the Balisong knife. I have a training knife. It's not a real one because I'm not a master at it yet. Okay, so it's like dull, so I'm not gonna hurt myself, so you don't have to worry. So they have two handles. The one with a latch is called the bite handle, and the one without a latch is called a safe handle. It flings open, and that's how people do their tricks. The holes in the handle are just for grip. The thing that holds it together is called a tang, and the tang pins are kind of like screws, but they just hold the handles and the knife onto the tang. And then a tang pin is right here in the middle of the knife, and it keeps the handles from hitting each other and damaging the knife. So on a regular knife, there would be more parts that I could explain to you. But since this is a trainer, I won't go over those. So now that you know the parts and what the uses are of the parts, I will show you how to open and close it safely. So there's a very popular, very one form of doing it safely. Once you get it, it'll come to you, and you'll be able to do it faster and learn more tricks. So the way of opening it is you always make sure you're holding the safe handle, which is the handle without the latch, and always keep your fingers out of the way so you don't cut them or pinch them, because it's made out of metal. This isn't the original one. So the way to open it is you fling it out, you fling it down let the knife, the dull part of the knife hit your knuckles, and then you fling it up. And then make sure you're always holding the safe handle. And every trick to open and close a Balisong knife needs a certain amount of momentum. If you don't have the momentum, then it'll fling back, and you won't be able to control it, and it'll hurt your fingers. Another way to open and close is a wrist. It's called the wrist pass. So you fling it out, and you go underneath, and then you move your thumb out of the way and grab it. And you can do that to close it too. Alright, so now that you know how to close and open it safely, I will use momentum, tell you how to use momentum to do a trick. So, once again, you always use the safe handle, because if you use the bite handle, it'll come back and hit your fingers, and that would hurt a lot. Okay, so this is called the basic twirl, where you just fling it open, put your finger right there, your pointer finger, fling it back, put your thumb right there to grip it, and then you fling it up. And then you can just do it the same way, using the safe handle, and then flip it. So that's one way to open and close, but it's also just a regular trick that you can use to use against someone if they're trying to attack you. But once again, this is not a good weapon if you don't know how to use it. There are a lot more tricks and openings and stuff that you could learn. I used a source that's it's bladehistory.com. It tells you where it originated, how to open and close, and also a source called WikiHow that tells you how to use it properly and open and close as well. So now that I've taught you how to open and close safely, I taught you all the parts and what their uses are, and how to use momentum to do a trick. You now are a beginner at using the Balisong knife. So I really feel like knife skills, not just in the kitchen but in life, are really critical. And that's a quote by Tim Ferriss. And that's all you need to know about a Balisong knife to get started. So thank you for your time.
I have a